in with me. Downtown Atlanta. We're at the Georgia Aquarium. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. If you're ever in Atlanta, this is a must-see. We're in the big tank, just a little section of it. We're gonna go around, film a little bit, enjoy.
Look at the turtle. You see the turtle?
Oh yeah, big old sea turtle. And this is why a lot of people want to come here. Where else are you going to see a whale shark outside of their natural habitat? There's also a couple manta rays in there. Just beautiful. We are done with the aquarium. We've been 3 hours. We did do the penguin encounter. That was really cool. We got to be right up close to the African penguin, touch it, pet it, take a picture with it. I'll throw that up. We're gonna head towards Pensacola. It's a 5-hour drive from here, and we'll be stopping at the Tuskegee Airfield. All right, y'all, we made it to the Tuskegee Airmen Airfield here in Alabama. It's closed today. They're only opening on Friday and Saturday. It's Sunday, but we're here. It'll be quick. This is a very important, in my opinion, historic site. The museum would be in there and in there, but this is where the famous African-American airmen and support group of the trained here at Tuskegee for World War II. They are probably the best pilots we had as far as fighter pilots in World War II. This is a big deal. There's plenty of good movies and documentaries about it. But it is a pretty cool place. No one's here. Obviously it's closed. We're gonna keep going and work our way down to Pensacola. coming into Pensacola, Florida. It's about 5 hours of driving. Back on Central Time. This is we're winding down on our trip. We're still a long ways from home, but tomorrow we will be heading out in the morning to the USS Alabama in Mobile, Alabama. See you then. Good morning, y'all. We made a mistake. We were going to go to the Naval Aviation Museum in Pensacola first. That's why we stayed there. But you're not allowed onto the base.
Feet, you will arrive at your destination.
Sorry, let me turn this off. It's on the base in Pensacola, and you're not allowed on the base without a service person or veteran to let you in. Mass preferred. So we left a little earlier from Pensacola, and our second stop was going to be here at the USS Alabama in Mobile, Alabama. That's where we're at. So we're going to park. The battleship's to the right. They also have a bunch of cool airplanes out on the park. It's a little warm today, 76 degrees and some humidity. So straight ahead you'll see the USS Alabama. To the right is a B-52 bomber. And looks like there's some activity, so that's kind of cool. There's a lot of people here. Not a whole lot. It's a Monday, so we weren't expecting too much traffic. This is the USS Drum submarine, World War II. Beautiful ship. Some of the airplanes on the lot. We're gonna go down below. We're in the torpedo room of the USS Drum. An idea on this is the forward torpedo room. This place is pretty compact. Our submarines nowadays are probably a little bit bigger than this. That's a little hole. Sailors would jump through that. This is where they would stay. Nice little thin corridor here. It's your sink, your desk, your sleeping quarters. I guess if you're taller than 5'5", that might not be comfy. I'm going through there. I'm only 5'8", so it's a little easier when you're shorter. But I'm assuming that it'd be tougher if you're taller than me. Just the looks like it's the control room. Always love these old gauges. This ship was built in 1941. It was fully restored. It's pretty cool to see the old technology. Wifey called this an ocean car since we do a lot of car videos. So yeah, why not? Check out those gauges. Very cool. This was your mess hall where they cooked up all the food and served it. Oh, the kitchen's on the other side over there. Here's some more bunks. Compact was the name of the game. I believe this would be the engine room. More cool World War II vintage gauges. Go through this. Just so you know, I just read one of the signs. These openings are 3 feet tall, and this is actually more of the engine. I don't know how wide they are. They're probably about 2 feet wide if you look at them, but they're 3 feet tall. So can you imagine running through here with all hands on deck during World War II and jumping through here? That'd be pretty awesome and dangerous. Much respect. And this is the submarine. We just came out. Give you an idea. We're gonna make our way. There's SR-71 down there. towards the USS Alabama. I think we need one of these to daily drive. Next road trip. That'd be cool. Properly named the Black Widow. USS Alabama. This is where this is actually the officer's office and room. Got a full machine shop on board. Obviously, they need to maintenance stuff. They need to make it. These doors are a whole lot bigger than the submarines. This is right next to the bakery. This is an important place. It's where the good stuff happened. Sailors need to eat. Give you an idea what the ovens would have looked like. Full service kitchen on board. Y'all were wondering, the USS Alabama is a South Dakota class battleship, smaller than the Iowa class. Here's more of the machine shop. Give you an idea what the kitchen would have looked like. It's a nicer griddle than we got. We got some old Kellogg's, some fruit. This is where all the cooking happened for everyone on board. This is where they did the dishes. The sanitizing area for all the utensils. I mean, the level of restoration in here is really cool. You get a great idea of how everything was done back in World War II. The ship is 75 years old, so this is really awesome.
More than 100 gallons of ice cream and sodas were served daily to officers.
Here are the bunks where the sailors would have slept. Rough count, you're looking 3 tall. About 24 bunks in this room. Or the mess hall. Snack bar, if you need a cigarette, an old Butterfinger. Very cool. Heading down towards the engine room. We're down in the engine room. If hopefully it recorded me coming down the stairs to the engine room. I think I pushed the wrong button. But yeah, you can smell the old oil and the history really in here. It's really, really cool. It's very impressive. This is how this large battleship sailed through the Pacific Theater. Down below, more compartments we don't have access to, of course, but everything is here. This is the radio control room. It's a little dark in here. I don't think we're going to pick this up too well. But you will in here. It's a little more light. Get a better idea. All this now fits in one of our phones. This is where they loaded the main turret. We never got to see inside the battery of the Iowa. This is one of the cannon batteries of the Alabama. 16-inch shells. Get you an idea of what it looked like working down here, getting those big cannons loaded up. Quick peek at the infirmary.
Operating room. Wow. They put a towel over your head.
Y'all know by now wifey's a nurse. She works in the hospital, so she always loves seeing the older techniques Very nice setup on display here on how it used to be in the 40s, World War II era. All right, we are done with our tour. That's a model of the Alabama. We're in the first deck, or not the top deck, but the one right below. And we're cooling off. It's air conditioned in this area. It's a bit of a walk. It's well worth it. It's hot today, which didn't help. So I'm a little glowy and apparently a little sweaty. You know why? It's over a mile walking through the ship, but it's totally worth it. This is one of the best ones we've been to. They lay it out so nicely. We're gonna work our way towards Louisiana. Pretty short here. Have a good one. All right, we're crossing over the Mississippi. Another bridges and tunnels. Well, this is a cool bridge, no tunnel. We're making our way into Port Allen, Louisiana, just outside of Baton Rouge. And yeah, we are gonna be staying out this way for the night.
In a quarter mile, keep left to stay on I-10 West.
The last night of our trip. Tomorrow we'll be home, so we will check out. There'll be nothing to record tomorrow because it's a familiar route home from here. And
keep left to stay on I-10 West.
Hope you enjoyed today. Hope you enjoyed our little voyage through the USS Alabama. All right, so we'll be making a recap video. Pretty short. I'll try to get it done by the end of the week. I got a lot of work waiting for me because we got 2 weeks off. You got to get back to work and get caught up. And because of work, I will be at SEMA next week in Las Vegas. So I'll touch on that on the recap. We will see you soon. Have a great week. God bless.